men in Russia to be registered for military service without appearing in military registration and enlistment office.
Here's a summary of the article.
The Ministry of Defense of Russia submitted a draft resolution according to which military registration will be carried out without a personal appearance of citizens in the military registration and enlistment office. Details: the existing provision on military registration will be supplemented by the following lines: taking on military registration, removing from military registration and amending the documents of military registration of citizens obliged to be on military registration can be carried out without a personal appearance of the citizens to the military commissariat. According to the draft resolution, military registration will take place on the basis of data contained in the State Information Resource, other state information systems and information resources. Notifications of military registration, as well as amendments to military registration documents, will be received on the Gosuslugi portal. At the same time, measures for medical examination, tests and professional psychological selection will still take place in person, during the appearance of citizens in the military enlistment office. Notifications about the need to come to the military enlistment office for such procedures will be sent out in the form of summons. In case of the citizen's non-appearance 20 days after the delivery of the summons, restrictions will be imposed on him, similar to those provided for by the law on electronic summons.
This post received a score of 30,000, with an upvote ratio of 94%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Sounds like they are about to start dragging men off the street.
They did that before actually. Most of my friends in SPB and Moscow don't take public transport anymore, some are in hiding entirely, because they can't afford to leave but don't want to be kidnapped and dragged to the front.
Damn bro, what you wrote is nuts.
It's truth, unfortunately. Furthermore, your workplace is obligated to deliver you to a commissar should you be in office on the day the commissar come.
Yep, normal. Know some Russians in Pskov who've got an 18-year-old who's just started firefighter training. They're petrified he'll be sent to fight.
That child will be sent. Only a matter of time. They need to figure out a plan now.
I know, they know too. Their cousin was married to a Ukrainian and lived in the Donetsk region. Her family was killed in the opening weeks of the war.
Russia is already suffering the consequences of losing tens of thousands of working-age men, through war losses and emigration. It will take decades to recover economically from this special military operation?
Honestly, I don't know how they can ever fully recover, considering Russia's population was already projected to shrink before the war. Selling fuel to China and India will be less profitable than the European market. Selling weapons will be tougher as they struggle to equip their own troops and more countries start making their own. Their high-tech, service, and banking industries are not noteworthy, and lastly, nobody is lining up to buy their cars.
I mean, just by virtue of being so large they've probably got a ton of mineral resources, not just the fossil fuels, and being so far north they're not going to be as badly impacted by climate change as some nations are. They have a space industry, which is something that might become increasingly relevant in future decades, and while that industry might itself be in decline or being technologically surpassed by its competition, they're at least more capable in that area than most countries just by virtue of having one. They also have less to worry about than most as far as being actually invaded by their neighbors is concerned, being nuclear armed and notoriously difficult to conquer. They might be in for a period of decline for a while, possibly for generations with how their demographics are going, but I don't think it's impossible that they recover someday.
Some like 1/5 the population has HIV and they don't even believe in the disease. Their population base was an inverted pyramid before the war, highly doubtful they ever recover. Lots of talks on YouTube about this. May I suggest Peter Zehan if you're interested in more info. It was pointed out that this stat refers to the prison population and not total population. RU lists their official infection rate at 1.5% total. However, this stat is widely recognized as underreporting and most experts agree it's much higher.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.